You are listening to the Mark Guzman Podcast Experience. And so let's just get into your background. So Cameron, let's start with you.
Background. I'm a recovering attorney. Been a broker for 15 years. And just 2 years ago, I co-founded Abio Properties in Oakland, now with offices in Oakland and Lafayette. We do high-end to low-end residential real estate with emphasis on culture.
Great.
Wow, how do I follow that? I started off in dentistry and just made the switch to real estate. It'll be a year next month, and I love it.
Well, congratulations on your first year.
Yeah.
I think that's something I'm sure, Cameron, you remember your first year, right?
It was a blur, but yeah. No, it's a fresh perspective, though. That's what you're bringing.
It's been exciting, but not easy.
And what company are you with?
I'm with Dudum Real Estate Group.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Julie Dudum's amazing. She gives new agents a lot of support. So I'm super happy to have landed there.
So how was the transition to go from what you previously did to real estate?
It started off, I was assisting another realtor, well-established realtor, and so that felt really secure. But she did ask me to go all in and leave my other profession, and that made sense to me. But then it ended up not working out between she and I. So luckily, I network like crazy, like 8 days a week. So my kids are both out of the house, and I have a lot of time and energy to dedicate. So and tons of friends, and so that's kind of how I've been combating, making the huge climb on my own.
Networking's really big. I mean, that's how, Cameron, you and I met.
Oh, yeah.
YPN from, was it 2010?
OG YPN, yeah.
It was
back in the day.
Yeah, Oakland, a long time ago.
Gray hairs, man, gray hairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to your point about working with friends, I mean, that's how most residential real estate agents get started, is working your close sphere, and then, friends of their friends and friends of their friends. But
Right.
I found that buyer consultation is a great way to sort of shift the focus from, hey, we're just buddies, to, hey, this is something that I do for a living, and this is, and then they take you more seriously and don't take you
Sure.
for granted.
You set the expectations.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody has those horror stories of, you're helping a friend look for properties, and they call you and they're like, hey, I bought a house. You're like,
Right.
What did you
Yeah.
do? And for someone like me who doesn't use a buyer broker agreement, I do deals on a handshake, and that's part of my value proposition is, look, I'm going to tell you the truth, even when you don't like what I have to say. I mean, especially when you don't want to hear what I have to say.
Sure.
But my word is my bond, and that is sacrosanct. And so doing deals on a handshake, you really have to set that expectation.
Thank you for listening to this podcast short. For more podcast content, be sure to subscribe to all of our podcast channels on YouTube, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Libsyn, Castbox, Podbean, and literally anywhere else you listen to podcasts.